Hey everybody, Mike from the Focus Garage here. You may have seen in some past videos I was talking about the Road Glide, talking about how I wanted to take some stuff apart over the winter, get it powder coated or painted to black, and then reinstall it on the bike. My mission was kind of to get rid of some of the chrome here and make the bike look more how I want it and less kind of more of that classic styling. I wanted to make it a little more stealthy, a little bit more aggressive. So what we've got coming up in the next clips for you guys here is some of the parts that I've taken off and how to reinstall them and just kind of showing you what they look like once they have been powder coated black. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into those clips there and show you what the bike's looking like. Just wanted to show everybody that we got the luggage rack for the tour pack back from powder coating. We went with a nice gloss black on this here, so you can see just took all the chrome, stripped it off, scuffed it up, went black with it here. We're going to be installing this on the tour pack right now. It's very, very simple. All you need is just these 4 simple mounting points with the little spacers and a T25 screw. So basically the way it works is the screw goes in the inside. Got the screw, the washer, and then the black spacer goes from the inside of the tour pack here into the luggage rack. And then on the base of the luggage rack, you've got this little piece here. It's a little black spacer, just clips right on there, and that's it. So that goes onto the luggage rack, that goes through the tour pack, and you're good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and zip this on real quick, and we'll show you guys what we're working with. And here we finally have it, our completed tour pack. So we've gone ahead and successfully swapped over all the chrome to black. Like I said, it was really, really easy to go ahead and change that top piece there. That luggage rack is only held on by 4 screws. They are T25s, and they're just accessed through inside of the tour pack. There they are on the inside. You've got the 2 up on the top there, and the 2 on the bottom down below. And then here's that little spacer that I was mentioning to you before. It's so that way the top of the luggage rack is sitting flush without the metal pushing into the tour pack or anything like that. So you got the 4 spacers, the washers, the screws, and then the little black inserts on the inside here. And that's it. You officially have a blacked out tour pack, just like the newer 2020 Limiteds. Alright, so for some more parts we got back from the powder coater, it's going to be these little hinge reflector things for the saddlebags. So we've got these here in gloss black, and I went ahead and I stripped off the reflector itself, and we're replacing it with this kind of smoked clear reflector that goes right in here. So this is a very, very easy install. Obviously they come with a provided 3M tape here, so I'm going to apply the 3M tape to the reflector and then pop it in the little hinge cover here, and I'm going to give you a step-by-step of how to put that hinge back on the motorcycle. There's pretty much only 3 screws that hold to the bike. It's pretty easy, but inside the bag there's also a kind of grab, so that way the saddlebag lid doesn't flip all the way open. That's an additional couple of screws there. So I'll show you what that looks like as soon as we've got these ready to be installed. So here's what the reflectors look like when they're all set up and ready to go. You can see we got the reflector installed here in the black powder coat finish. And it'll retain that reflective ability so that when people are seeing the bike from the side, their lights will reflect off this and it'll be nice and visible. It's a little bit more low-key than a bright chrome latch with a bright red reflector here. So this is kind of, in the idea of kind of smoking out the bike a little bit more. So, you can see we got the taillight trim there kind of in the black, the fender tip down there in the black now, and then we're going to have this in the black. And we're also going to do the little crash bar protection piece there in the black. And then moving forwards, you can see we've got the black intake there, the black center console, black mirrors, more of a smoked windshield. So we're just kind of taking a look at the bike and, changing it up a little bit just to make it look a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more just kind of how I want it to be. So we'll go ahead and we'll flop these on now. On the inside of the bag, I mentioned there was this tether. So we're going to see that there's this tether piece here. It's held in by 2 screws. These screws are going to be Torx screws here, and they do have little washers on them. Removing that tether allows you better access to see where that actual hinge cover mounts to the bike. So you can see this kind of mounts here, and I'm looking at the inside of the saddlebag lid. There's a screw there, and then a screw there. Pulling that back, you can see that you've got this little piece here, where there's 3 screws, 1, 2, 3, that actually secure this hinge or latch cover to the motorcycle. You can do it with the tether in place, but for all it takes is the 2 screws to remove it. It gives you straight clear access into this here. So with everything removed, you can go ahead and reinstall the cover onto the bike and be good to go. In case you were wondering for any of what bit goes to what, it's a T15 for the screws that secure the tether to the lid, And then it's a T20 for the smaller screw that secures the cover, the latch cover, to the bag itself. So T15 for the bigger screw and a T20 for the smaller screw. And just to give you a shot of what it looks like installed, this is what you're working with. So now you can see we've got the black cover with the smoked reflector on there. Very easy install. Whether you paint these pieces black yourself or buy them black or get them powder coated or whatever, it's a nice upgrade if you're looking to kind of change the look of your bike. I know they make lights for these if you want to have them, lighted instead. So a lot of different options, but it's very, very easy to get to. There's just, pretty much 5 screws inside of the saddlebag, and you can remove this latch cover and do as you see fit with it. The next section of the bike that we're working on here for putting more black pieces on is going to be this saddlebag protection piece. So with the Ultras and the Limiteds, the saddlebag actually has a little crash bar that comes out and around here. I've got that powder coated gloss black here. I've already gone ahead and removed it to send it out to powder coating, and I've gotten it back, but I'm going to show you how to install it. You've got to pull off the saddlebag. Obviously, you've got the 2 quick disconnects there that you're going to pull off. You're going to go ahead and pull the seat off, and then you're going to go ahead and pull this battery cover off. It's very, very simple. Once you've got all that off, you've got this bolt here that holds it together, and there's another bolt under the seat that I'll show you once I go ahead and pull the seat. And this, I guess it's not a battery cover, but this side trim cover. Once I pull these 2 things off, I'll show you what we're working with. So with everything a bit more stripped down, you can see the only 2 things that hold it on. Here is the bolt that I was talking about that rests under the seat for the top of that crash bar protection. That's right there. And then you've also got this bolt here. So pretty much there's a little opening where this piece slides into the other piece, and then it bolts onto the motorcycle there. I knew there was a reason we pulled this side shield off. There's one more bolt under here. It's a T45 on the front and a 14mm nut on the back. So you need to remove the 3 mounting hardware. Sorry about that. You've got the one on this bar here that connects to the fender support with the exhaust. So it's the cross bolt there. Then you've got this one here on this little bracket coming off of the frame. And then you've got that one here mounted basically right under the seat. So sorry about that. You've got one more hidden under here. It's another T45 with a 14mm nut back on the end of it there. So here's what the bar looks like installed. There's just one last little thing I wanted to point out here. Do not use a Torx bit on that. You're going to be better off using the proper sized Allen tool key on that. And for this point, it's going to be a 3/16. So use a 3/16, well, not Allen, but a hex tool, 3/16 on the front of this. Still going to be an 11mm on the back there. So 3/16, 11mm. T45, 14mm, another T45 up there. So this part works in front of the bag in case of any kind of layover. It'll protect the bag, and this comes on the Ultras and the Ultra Limited. So that's what it looks like. Now it's all kind of uniform and black through there. Once the bag's on, it'll kind of clean up the whole little rear profile section of the motorcycle. And that's going to pretty much wrap it up for this short little episode here. Throughout the winter, all season long, we're going to be having little short videos, kind of build series clips like this, just showing you things that we're taking off the bike and new items that we're putting on instead. There's a lot more of this stuff to come. With this being a bigger bagger touring motorcycle, there's so many little pieces and trinkets and accessories that you can do to just kind of, modify it and make it your own. So this is unlike anything that I've owned in the past before. So there's going to be a lot more videos of these type coming throughout the winter. If you have any comments, if you have any questions about what we've done in this video, about how to install something or whatever, go ahead and drop it in the comments down below. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions and help you guys out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel because we've got plenty more content coming throughout the winter. We've got a really nice schedule of exciting stuff to come here. I know Andre's been working very, very hard on his Lemons project, so be excited for that. And I'm working right along here on this bike, kind of doing whatever we can do to it. I think that's going to be pretty much it for this one. Go ahead and like that video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.